Why is Oprah Winfrey's story worth attention today? Oprah Winfrey's story remains relevant today because it embodies resilience, self-belief, and the ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable barriers. In a world where people face inequality, discrimination, and personal struggles daily, her journey from poverty, childhood trauma, and societal prejudice to becoming one of the most influential women on the planet serves as an inspiration. Today, as themes of diversity, inclusivity, and self-actualization resonate louder than ever, Oprah stands as proof that one's personal story can become a tool for change, both for oneself and for the world. Anyone, regardless of their starting point, can transform their life if they believe in themselves, work on self-improvement, and leverage their unique talents. Oprah didn't just achieve success, she created a platform that gave voice to millions, demonstrating that empathy, authenticity, and perseverance can change not only individual lives but society as a whole. Her story teaches us that hardships are not the end, but the beginning of a path to greatness. The miracle in Oprah's story. The miracle in Oprah's journey was the moment she transformed personal pain and setbacks into strength that reshaped her life. The pivotal turning point came when she was given the chance to host her own talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show. Instead of conforming to television norms, Oprah bet on authenticity. She shared her own struggles, listened to others' stories, and created a space for raw, honest conversations. This moment not only launched her career but also redefined the talk show format, making her the voice of generations. Imagine a child born into poverty, enduring trauma and being told her dreams were unattainable because of her skin color, gender, and background. This is Oprah Winfrey's story, a woman who not only broke every barrier but also became a symbol of hope for millions. Why does her journey matter today? Because in a world where everyone faces their own battles, Oprah shows that your story, no matter how difficult, can become your superpower. Her miracle was the moment she took the microphone and declared, "I will be myself." And that changed everything. Ready to learn how a girl from Mississippi became the voice of the world? Oprah Winfrey's childhood, a humble start that forged a legend. Oprah was born on January 29, 1954 in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, into a world where poverty and racial segregation defined the limits of dreams. Her early years were spent in a rural cabin without electricity or running water, sleeping on a porch and wearing clothes made of potato sacks. Raised by her grandmother, Hattie Mae, she learned to read by age 3, developing a love for books and knowledge. But life was no fairy tale. Moving to her mother's home in Milwaukee meant cramped quarters, neglect, and a struggle for survival. Constant shuffling between her mother and father in Nashville only deepened her sense of instability. Poverty was just one of her trials. At 9, Oprah survived sexual abuse by a relative, later enduring assaults from other men. By 14, she lost a baby born from rape. These traumas left deep scars but taught her empathy. The racism pervasive in 1950s to 60s America reminded her daily that her dreams were limited by her skin color and gender. "You'll never be good enough," words she heard but refused to accept. These hardships could have broken anyone, but not Oprah. Poverty forged her resilience, abuse deepened her empathy, and racism fueled her determination to prove her worth. Books became her refuge, and church speeches were her first step toward being heard. Her inner world blended pain and hope, vulnerability and strength. Oprah didn't just survive, she learned to turn wounds into wisdom, which later transformed millions of lives. Oprah Winfrey's first steps. From pain to early triumphs. After a childhood marred by poverty, abuse, and racism, Oprah could have surrendered, but she drew strength from key sources. Her grandmother, Hattie Mae, taught her to read and perform in church, instilling a love for words. As a teen, her father, Vernon Winfrey, imposed discipline, requiring her to read books and write reports. Books became her sanctuary, and faith became her compass, whispering that her life had purpose. A schoolteacher, Mrs. Duncan, noticed her talent for public speaking and encouraged debate, helping her believe her voice mattered. In high school in Nashville, Oprah shone in debates and drama clubs, earning the nickname The Preacher for her passionate speeches. At 17, she won the Miss Black Tennessee pageant, landing her a newsreading gig at WVOL Radio. Her voice, raw and powerful, instantly captivated. She joined youth talent programs and enrolled at Tennessee State University, studying communications to hone her ability to speak and be heard. Small triumphs, big momentum. Winning Miss Black Tennessee in 1971 opened doors to WVOL Radio, where she became one of the youngest news anchors. A university scholarship gave her access to education that reshaped her perspective. By 19, she co-anchored news at WTVF-TV in Nashville, the youngest and first African-American woman in that role. Each victory proved she could defy societal barriers. Oprah Winfrey's trials, how failures became stepping stones. Her lowest moments. Oprah's career wasn't just triumphs, it was painful setbacks. At 22, she was fired as a news anchor at WJZ-TV in Baltimore for being too emotional, demoted to a morning show. Critics and producers attacked her appearance, weight, and unusual name, suggesting she change it to Susie. Early in the Oprah Winfrey Show, competition and racial bias in national TV created immense pressure. The 1998 box office flop Beloved, into which she'd poured her soul and millions, plunged her into depression. How she responded. Oprah refused to let failures define her. After her news anchor firing, she used the morning show to develop her signature style, authentic conversations audiences loved. Criticism of her looks battled her insecurities, but she chose authenticity over conformity. Beloved's failure stung, but she returned to work declaring, "I won't let this break me." Journaling and reflection helped her see mistakes as lessons, not endings. What kept her going, faith in a higher purpose, guided her. An inner voice urged her to persist even when the world said, "You don't belong." Her clear mission to inspire and amplify voices drove her forward. Support from loved ones like Gayle King and Stedman Graham, plus viewer letters, reminded her why she continued. Oprah didn't just endure setbacks, she turned them into fuel that reshaped television and the world. Oprah Winfrey's breakthrough and success. The birth of the Oprah Winfrey Show. After her 1977 news anchor firing in Baltimore, Oprah got a break hosting Baltimore is Talking on WJZ-TV. Her empathetic, relatable style caught attention, and in 1983 she was invited to host AM Chicago on WLS-TV. The show initially struggled against The Phil Donahue Show, but Oprah's gamble, moving to Chicago despite doubts that a black woman could win a majority white audience, paid off. Her approach, raw conversations where she shared her own struggles, skyrocketed ratings. Within months, AM Chicago topped local charts. In 1985, producer Roger Ebert predicted her national stardom, advising syndication. Renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show, it launched nationally on September 8, 1986, instantly captivating viewers with its uniqueness. What made the show unique? 3 pillars redefined television. Empathy. Oprah didn't just interview, she created a space where guests and audiences felt heard. She cried with guests, shared her trauma, and hugged those in pain. Fearless topics. She tackled taboos, domestic violence, mental health, racial inequality, when others avoided them. Her guests weren't just celebrities, but ordinary people whose stories resonated. Transparency. Oprah admitted mistakes, like promoting a diet she later regained weight on, strengthening viewer trust. Her mantra, "I am you," made her relatable. The show became a cultural phenomenon, airing in 150 countries, peaking at 40 million weekly U.S. viewers, and winning 47 Emmys over 25 years, 1986 to 2011. Building an empire, Oprah didn't stop at TV. Harpo Productions, 1986. Her own studio, Harpo equals Oprah backward, gave her full control, a rarity for black women then. It spawned hits like Dr. Phil and the Rachel Ray Show. Oprah's Book Club, 1996. turned books like Toni Morrison's Beloved into bestsellers, revolutionizing publishing. O Magazine and OWN, launched in 2000, O became a top women's magazine. OWN, 2011, overcame early struggles to deliver quality content. Philanthropy, founded the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa and donated millions via Oprah's Angel Network. Scale of influence. Audience 40 to 50 million weekly U.S. viewers, hundreds of millions globally. Wealth, by 2011, her net worth hit $2.7 billion, making her one of the world's richest women. Cultural impact. The Oprah effect could sway markets. She championed empathy, marginalized voices, and backed Barack Obama's 2008 campaign. Oprah's beliefs and principles. Oprah believes in authenticity, self-growth, and empathy. Be yourself is her core principle. She sees struggles as lessons and trusts her inner voice. Her spirituality revolves around gratitude, intention, what you focus on expands, and service. True success is helping others. Her mission to inspire people to live their best life by unlocking potential. Through her show, OWN, book club, and philanthropy, she empowers self-discovery and breaking barriers. Her legacy is a culture of empathy that changes the world, one voice at a time. Call to action. Become the architect of your life. Start today. Like Oprah, begin with one goal, big or small. Write it down, research it, or talk to an inspiring mentor. Keep a gratitude journal, listing 3 daily blessings. Help someone. Small acts ripple. Turn pain into fuel. Oprah used trauma as strength. Acknowledge your pain, find its lesson, and share your story to free yourself and inspire others. Find your inner strength. Even when the world doubts you, listen to your inner voice. Seek support from friends or mentors. Take one step towards your goal, as Oprah did by risking the Chicago move. Use what you have to create more. Start today. Your voice can change the world.